So a while ago, nagpunta ako sa Honda Prestige dito sa Buting, Pasig City to check out the Honda Click 150i and its baby brother, which is the Honda Click 125i. Honda Prestige. So one of the things that I've actually mentioned sa previous videos ko is that I'm really eyeing the Rusi Mojo 200cc just because of the fact that the handlebars are more elevated as compared to my previous bike, which is the Rusi Gamma SS200, which I already sold, just in case hindi nyo pa alam, so at this point I really don't have a motorcycle, and I'm really in the process of looking for another bike or scooter. So I'm still undecided whether I would go for a scooter or a standard motorcycle. At this point, it's really between the Honda Click 150 or 125i versus the Rusi Mojo 200cc. Now, I haven't really seen in person yung Rusi Mojo 200. Haven't really got the chance para i-check siya, pero a while ago, I had the opportunity to go to a Honda Prestige branch dito lang malapit sa bahay, and to see the Honda Click variants, which is the 150 and the 125i. So I shot a couple of videos, took some pictures, pero hindi ganun kahaba. Papakita ko na rin yan sa inyo, and then after that I'll basically give you my thoughts between the Click 150 and the 125i, because it's really very interesting when you look at the spec sheet. I have found that there are not a lot of differences when it comes to the specs, other than of course certain things, but then you have to compare that with the price point and see if the increase in price makes sense. And you also have to understand if some of the features that are present in one variant something that you will really use, so at least at this point you guys may probably know where I'm going to in terms of the two variants, but I'll show you muna itong video na I recorded when I visited the branch, the Honda Prestige branch, and later on we'll go to my impression about the two Click variants. Okay, so yan muna, then watch this. Click 125. Ika lang, binibidyoan ko para makita natin mamaya. Click 150. Honda Beat standard, Honda Beat bomb brake. This is essentially the price point that they have for the Click 125 and Click 150. So for Click 125 right now, they're selling it for 82,400. That's cash with registration and insurance. And then for Click 150, they're selling it at 93,400 for cash as well, and that comes with the registration and insurance. So there's about a little over 10,000 pesos of difference between the Click 125 and Click 150. Now if you look at their installment payment schemes, for the Click 125, the minimum down payment is 4,500, while for Click 150, it's 13,000. Now, take note that for this particular branch, which is yung Honda Prestige Traders Incorporated here in San Joaquin, Pasig City, these down payments do not include registration and insurance. So, you will definitely add a couple of 1,000 pesos pa. I would think siguro around 2,000 pesos, no? Although I'm not sure, I haven't asked them. They're offering the installment schemes for 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36 months. So the longest you can pay for it would be 3 years. Now for the Honda Click 125i, a down payment of 4,500 will give you 4,000 pesos and 54, no? That's for 36 months. Sa 150 naman, sa Click 150, a down payment of 13K will give you. Well, other than the difference between the displacement and the ISS feature that's not present sa Click 125i, another difference actually is yung bore and stroke, no, which is 52.4 and then 57.9 millimeter kay Click 125. Of course, you have a bigger bore and stroke dito kay Click 150, which is at 57.3 and 57.9 millimeter. Obviously, the power is well, you have more power, no, at 9.3 kilowatt at 8,500 RPM dito kay Click 150. 8.3 lang, no, kay Click 125. Torque, of course, lalamang si 150 dyan, 12.8 versus 10.8 kay 125. Transmission, it's the same starting system, suspension type, wheel type. So, wala na talagang halos diferensya, no? So, again, ayoko nang puntahan itong mga spec sheets na to. You can just Google it. You can go to the Motor Trade website to have a quick look. After having said all of that, no, what's my take? I think the best value for money between the Click 150 and Click 125i, I think it goes to the Click 125. I don't feel that the 11,000 pesos na difference between the Click 150 and the 125 is justified. So, essentially what you get out of that 11,000 peso difference would be two things. One is a bigger displacement, which translates to a little bit of improvement sa power and torque. And then the other is the ISS feature. And other than that, they're pretty much identical, no? The size of the body of the Click 150 versus the 125 is identical. So it's just really the displacement and the ISS feature. The Click 125 comes with the ISS, well, not the ISS, but the combi brake system, which I think is a more significant feature, a more important feature that you should have rather than, going for the ISS, right? So ISS is really more on the fuel economy. But then this only works if you're in a lot of stoplights. Because let's face it, when you drive a motorcycle, hindi ka naman nagda-drive ng parang kotse, no? So it's not like pumipila ka talaga sa traffic and all. For the most part, you weave your way through traffic. So in that sense, no, I'm not really a fan of the ISS. I mean, it's a good feature to have, pero it's it's a feature that I can live without. But the combi brake system, I think that is a feature that I really want for any motorcycle. Yeah, if I am going to choose between the two, so I guess you know what my answer is. I would really go for the Click 125i. The Click 125i has better color variants. Other than that, really for me, value for money, it's really Click 125. I can live without the additional power. I can live without the idle stop system feature and the 11,000 peso difference that it has. I can use it for other purposes, no, like buy a better helmet, or obviously you would want to have an alarm system, an anti-theft system. That's around what, 2,000 pesos if you're talking about the cyclone alarm, which I prefer rather than the two-way alarm. Then buy some gear. So you know, there's a lot of stuff that you can get out of that 11,000. Okay, so I hope you like this video, guys. Hopefully kahit papano I was able to provide some valuable inputs for those people who may be thinking of getting the Honda Click and are probably undecided as to whether they would go for the Click 150 or not, or the Click 125 for that matter. So, yun muna tayo. Thank you guys for watching.